Hey everybody, Marcus Sykora here with 6 Cents here at Lake of the Ozarks. Been an amazing year so far on the post spawn, and I just want to walk through just a handful of the summertime or post spawn / summertime baits that you need to be looking for when you're covering some of this water where these big fish are. I want to start right here with their flutter spoon. It's just a staple all across the country. It's got a great side-to-side action. You can see they have a painted and an unpainted version. And the painted, of course, just like everything else you've known with 6 Cents, is just, the paint job's just amazing. Big hooks, great swivels on the front side, big O-rings, just a fantastic way to cover that deep water that's so hard to cover. Got the 6 Cents C25. Got a big deep bill on it. It's got a little curve on it. What that helps it do is it helps it accelerate downwards to get on the bottom. These fish are in probably 18 to 25 foot of water. Throwing it on 15-pound fluoro. Got big old meat hook gaffs on it. Got a little color in the water, so we're throwing blue truce. One of the absolute best paint job in the market. Let's see what's up. Also too, some of these fish have been in that 10 to 20, and that's where I like the C20. It's a little bit smaller, so you got a C25, C20. Typically the number has to do with the depth that it's going to run. Those are big too. Real big. That's how it's done right there, C25. There's a few manufacturers of swim bait heads and some are very good. I would consider these excellent. You can see there's the 1 ounce and there's the 3/4 ounce. You can get them in painted or unpainted depending on what you want it to match. You can see they got great big hooks in them, strong hooks, long shank hooks, and the real key component here is the lifelike eyes, the paint job, the detail in the head itself, and that screw lock. So that's a big deal because that's going to keep your baits up there. I'll show you what I do real quick. I'll put the Zoom swimmer on for you. It's typically what I throw on this bait. What I like to do is I like to lay that bait on there, and a lot of times I see you guys kind of struggle with this. What I do is I kind of hold that bait, and then I'll just go ahead and make a little nick in the back of it right there so I know where it's at. So when I come in that bait's nose, I'm going to make sure I come in there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right out where that hook hole or that little mar is right there, okay? And then you just flip it around. I'm just going to thread it on here real quick. Just like that. The bait's on there straight. It's good. It ain't going anywhere. I mean, I can pull half this bait off before it barely wants to come off that head. That just goes to show you how good that head wants to keep that bait on there. So it's an outstanding jig head. My favorite without a doubt. And then right now too, so this is what I call the cool stuff, right? The swim baits, the spoons, the big cranks. Well, guess what? Sometimes they just won't fire up on anything. You got to throw and switch over to like a mag trick worm or something. This Divine Shaky Head is the one. This one right here is a 5/8. Got great neat packaging for you guys out there. Take one out. It's got a good flat spot behind the line tie. What that means is when you set the hook, that head right there is not going to pop that fish's mouth open. There's no friction to that head coming through, so you're going to get a clean hook set. It's got a big, strong, wide gap hook to handle all these big worms. It's got an outstanding keeper there once again. It's very sharp, it's very compact. Sometimes people are like, well, how do you get it started? It's sharp and everything like that. Don't be afraid to pump that line guide up right there, that little twist. And the other thing you can do too, if you wanted to, you don't need to on these heads, but sometimes you do. If you'll take a pair of pliers and you'll bite down on that thing and you'll just stretch it out just a little bit. See how I made that just a little bit less compact? It makes it a lot easier to put on, you know, because some people, you know, you got a sharp hook here, you got this worm, so I'm just going to start this worm right in the center of it. You can see how easy it twists on like that. So then what I do is I thread it all the way up there. I'll go ahead and run the hook all the way through it, run it down its side, and you can see how that bump out right there. Watch this. I'll just push it back in and everything's straight. So those are the ways that we catch them here in the Ozarks and across the country. And these are my favorite baits to throw from 6th Sense. I think they're the best value. I think they're the highest quality, and I'm proud to be part of their team. So check them out. 6th Sense is showing up everywhere because they're absolutely awesome. Good luck and tight lines.